Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Russ, introduce the guest, man.
Today we are being joined by Ireland's own, the one and only striking sensation. It's Dean, the sniper, Barry. Dino, how you doing, bud?
I'm good, lads. How are yours?
Never
good,
better,
Dino.
man. The countdown is really on now, man. You must be more excited than ever. It's finally coming to fruition. This is the third time you've been scheduled to fight Mike Jackson. 23rd of April. It goes down in the Apex, man. How buzzing are you?
Oh, I can't believe it's finally here. Like, I've been so excited all week. Everything just feels like it's happening at the right time for me as well. Like, the debut came at the right time. I don't feel like I was fully in there last year, like mentally as well. So I'm in a great place, in a great gym, and I cannot wait to get out there and just have some fun and do what I love to do, and that's just fight.
And Dean, it would be remiss if we didn't mention it on the offset. You announced over the weekend that you're going to have a baby girl, so a second mouth to feed. Absolutely, congratulations, my man. And
Thank you.
How are you feeling about being a father to a girl now, as well as having Jace?
I'm over the moon. It's it's a gentleman's family, as they call it, a boy and a girl. I'm so happy. I thought it was going to be a boy, and then when I found out it was a girl, I swear my heart dropped. I was like, what? I was like, pink. And then, but it gives you a different love and all that. Now I just feel so happy and in a great place. Like, I'm going out here now to try to secure a future for me two kids, and put it all out there for them and make them proud.
And does that add the pressure?
Dean, I'm absolutely buzzing for you, bud.
Thanks so much, buddy. Did you say does it add pressure?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I don't really get that much pressure, like, because I'm doing this so long. Like, it's apart from the MMA, it's the same really. I'm fighting since I'm a little kid, so it's I'm so used to it at this stage. It's more just the nerves you deal with during the fight, but I don't really feel pressure ever. Like, a little bit anxious and all that, obviously, because it's such a big debut, and people are gonna want to see why they signed me, so I might have to go out there and show them why.
Yeah, Dean, like, when you've been envisioning this for ages, and then there's been so many times the fight has fallen off, and then you've had to go over to Titan, and like it's like what's actually going through your head now that the end is near, or like the debut is almost is 1 weekend away?
Just relief, honestly. I just feel relief, because I'm like, last year I didn't know what I was doing with my career. I was almost about to pack it in, because I was just like, if you can imagine getting ready for a UFC debut, and financially you're gone for broke. Like, you've no incomes. You're just, every penny you have is getting to the gym, and then for it to fall through, and then like I had taken out loans and stuff just to try and get myself to the camp, and then the fight fell through, and then I'm stuck in debt and stuff. So it was actually very, very soul destroying, to be totally honest with you. And then a lot of people would have kind of just said, like, this isn't worth it anymore. Like, because at that time I had no idea if they were even going to take me back. So I was going out on a whim, and I just stuck by it, and I'm happy I did now, because, like, thinking back last year, I never thought I'd be here now, and it's just a nice feeling.
And Dean, obviously, your last fight out, you fought through Lipton, and you trained over in America with Charles Rosa and the guys over there. This time you're fighting out of Team Rhino. How did you come about ending up in Team Rhino?
Last year I needed just a change in my life. Like, I changed up a lot of things, like, just a lot of stuff outside of the gym. I just changed things because I needed to make change, because I was in the same circle, in the same rut, and I just was very unhappy, even where I was at the time training. And I just said I need to make changes, and going to America was something I wanted to do, just to re-spark that love again and that passion to just enjoy myself and think about nothing but just waking up and training, and being around like UFC fighters and stuff, and seeing how they do it, and it just really inspired me again. And then when I got home, like, they wanted me to stay over in America. Like, my manager wanted me to go to America and kind of stay there, but my heart's always here in Ireland, and I have a baby here, and like, I'd never leave Jace for anything in the world, man. And no money in the world would ever make me move away from him. Do you know what I mean? So I said I need to set up shop at home, because I want to be with my family. And then I spoke around, asked about, and everybody kind of pointed me at Andy Ryan. And I just sent him a message and said, look, I'm looking to come and try a class. And he just said, everyone's welcome at my gym. And it's very warm, and when I got there, everybody's just so nice. And I just kept going. Like it's a very tough gym. Like it's very hard. The training's very hard, and I just felt like that's where I need to be. And I'm very happy. I'm very settled there. The lads are great, and like the lads and ladies, and it's just a great energy. It's like a big family, so I'm really happy with my decision.
Yeah, Dean, what is it about Andy Ryan that you really like? Like Ross is always singing his praises here on the Energized show. Shout out Andy, but like, what is it about Andy that you made you want to pick Team Rhino?
Well, I didn't really know. I didn't know anything about Andy Ryan. It was just after I'd been there a few times and chatted with him. Like he has like this like big brother presence about him. Like he's real. Just you can have the laugh. Like I know I can talk shit with him and mess with him, and he'll have the crack back with you. But like when it's time to train, he can be very serious, and he's very switched on. He's been around the block. He's cornered Paul Redmond, and Paul's been to the biggest stages, literally every single one of them. Like so they have that experience, and just seeing the level of fighters he's produced, it made me really want to go there. And then it just has this warming thing about him. Like you want to be around him, you want to talk to him and learn from him. And he's just a very 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 nice man. And he's just said he had me back from the get go. And like even for the UFC and all that, he's flying in with me like the day I asked him to. We're gonna stay there for the week, and he's just cool. Like makes me feel relaxed, you know.
Ross, you'd obviously agree, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I think he's one of the straightest shooters in the Irish game, and I think what you see is what you get with him. There's no bullshit. So
Yeah,
he'll tell you the hard truth as well if you need to hear it as well, which is sometimes what you need. So look, I think
absolutely.
I think he's one of the best coaches in the country, and I think he's probably one of the best mentors in the country as well. So I have the utmost respect for him.
And you can see it. You can see it in the gym. Like you can see the way he brings that like family vibe in. Like look at all the lads like and the girls in there. Like everyone is so close. Like when you actually look at everybody, bro. Like everyone. Like I haven't seen that before. Like there's no click. There's no click in that gym. It's just one big click. So you get that in different gyms around the world. Like because I've been around the world, and you just see it. There's some people think they're better than everyone, and they're just opinionated. And in this gym there's zero of that, and I'd say there's zero tolerance for that as well. So everyone's real supportive, and it suits me because I'm a very loving, supportive person, and I like always want to help people, and like if I can do that for somebody I will. So it's great to be a part of a gym that feels the same. And it's great. It made me feel really welcome, and I'm really happy there.
And do you see yourself staying there for the long term? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Everything's gone great at the minute.
That's brilliant to hear. Dean, I do want to touch on this fight in particular, and then obviously you're signing with the UFC, because I feel like I don't know if I could ever classify you as a victim, but I feel like a lot of people almost try to like troll you and try to almost like bully you online and stuff like that when you've gone through your ups and downs signing with the UFC, back out to Titan, now back with the UFC. But it seems to have come full circle, and I feel like now you have more support than ever. I feel like less people are questioning like, why is he in the UFC? Why is that person not in the UFC instead of him? I feel like a lot more of the Irish behind you, like even seeing on your social posts, a lot more people are like, can't wait to see you in there, bro. Can't wait to see you do your thing. Are you feeling a lot more of the love now as the debut comes closer?
Yeah, of course I am. And the one thing was, the people that were saying shit, it was Irish people only. Like I wasn't really getting stuff off anyone else. The odd troll that was, on Twitter, but regarding like people chatting shit about me, it was Irish people, and it was people that I used to train with, and like people I knew as well, and that I actually liked and respected. And I lost a lot of respect for them after that, because one thing is, the ones who are chirping and saying a lot of stuff are people who are losing. They're all of losing records and stuff, and so it's obviously there's a bitterness there to see that. Why is he signed when he was only 3-1? Like I didn't ask to be signed. They signed me because they obviously see something in me, and that's up to me to go out and deal when I fight. Like, and same thing. Like, if anyone gets signed, I'll support them. Like, I'll be delighted. Like, cause that's what I want to bring. I want to bring like a community to this. It's not just about like one person getting in. Like screw all the rest of you. It's all about me. Like, I want to open up the floodgates for Irish people. I want to be a captain. I want to be a leader for the Irish. I want to push for more Irish people to get in, even if you're not from my gym. I'm rooting for you, do you know what I mean? And like I'll be there, and I'll try to use everything I can, like the best skills I can, to push and get more people in. and try even bring a show here. And that's only going to happen by just being myself and just being that good person and putting on great fights and representing the country the best I can, because we have some fantastic fighters over here. And I believe that like it's not just getting in the UFC, but part of that, I feel like it's almost like my calling, like, because I've always wanted to help people like my whole life, and now I feel like I have a big platform where I could really like help change people's lives, if I could help get more Irish in and help. And that's only going to come by me really going for it, you know what I mean? And then they're going to bring more of us in. And so every there's room at the top for everybody. That's what I always say, that there's room for everybody. Like, it makes no difference on my life if they sign 10 Irish fighters. I'm still going to be paid the same. I'm still going to be fighting the same. So it's amazing if they do. So I'm hoping that happens.
Yeah, one thing that is very evident on your social media, you always do give shout outs to the Irish people who are out and competing as well. And like that doesn't go amiss. Like myself and Ross always see that, don't we, Ross?
Yeah, of course.
No,
you have to
definitely.
support. You have to support the Irish, like, because I think there's it went through like a little while there where there's a lot of bitterness over here, and everybody was like out for each other, and like they like getting at each other, and like getting jealous if someone's getting a shot over someone else. Like why? Like, I don't understand that. And I don't know, like, it's even people didn't believe me when I said if I win my next fight they're going to bring me back in, and I was like why would I lie about something like that? And then I did straight away as soon as I won. I got in, so I was just like, I think I showed people a different path. Some people think you need to go out and get the head boxed off you for like 12, 15 fights, absolute killers, absolute this, that, and making pennies on the regional scene. You don't. You need to be smart. You need to go out there, and yes, I did fight guys with good records as well. So you need to go out there and just be smart and be yourself, and don't be taking these stupid fights that you don't need to be taking. Like, them sort of fights, you save them for the bigger shows where you're going to get paid for them.
Yeah, I do think there's many ways to skin a cat as well, and I do think
Exactly.
your way is seen to work for you. So like, who's anyone to slate that? And I also feel a lot of people were dying to jump on you after your last fight, after you fought Drew Lipton. But at the end of the day, and I think a few people made some comments as well when they saw you were matched up against Mike Jackson. But at the end of the day, Dean Barry's not the matchmaker in this business.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's the person who sent a contract. And you know what? I actually think Mike Jackson's a lovely fight for you first time out. You're fighting someone with a lot less experience. You're chalking a fight off your fight deal. And that's the thing. You have to, like, your first contract's never going to be your best contract. So you have to almost fight your way out of that contract to then show you can deserve a much bigger and better contract.
Exactly. And like, it just shows, right? The fact that they've been so strict on giving me the Mike fight, it just shows you how much they want to build me and what they want to do with me. Like, I know Charles Rossi even told me he was talking to Shelby, and he was saying that he's really excited about me, and they want to really work with me, and they think I'm going to do really well. So, like, that's just it, really. Yeah. Like, and if I hadn't have fought Drew Lipton, can you imagine all the crap people would have said? Oh, he's not fighting again. Like, oh, here another, like. You can never win with these people, and the most important thing is just it's all outside noise. I've grown really thick skin over the last while, and don't let any of that affect me anymore. It only matters what people who know me, they know what's
like
going
a Rhino,
on.
some might say.
Yeah, like a Rhino, thick skin. so yeah, like I've toughened up a lot, and I don't pay attention to it anymore. I don't even look at comments anymore, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah. Dean, like, what is it about this fight with Mike Jackson that you're looking forward to as well? I saw he was rocking like what was it, an Irish top? He was
An old school dethrone one.
An old school one. Like, I mean, he's looking forward to fighting you. You're looking forward to fighting him. The whole country's looking forward to checking you out on UFC Vegas 52 in the Apex on April 23rd. You can check it out live on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if it's like, oh, I'm excited to fight Mike. Like, I'm just excited to put on the green shorts and the UFC gloves and just like have that moment where I soak it all in and say like I'm just about to make history for my family's name. Like, this will be in my family forever now. Like, my kids, when I'm old and fat, I'll be talking to my kids. I'll have me shorts on the wall. But just stuff like that, like, it's just going to be such a beautiful thing for my, like, all I care about is my family. Like, my family is just my everything. And so me going out here is going to do a lot for my family. It's going to do a lot for my family's name. It's going to help us grow in loads of different ways, and it'll be something that I can share with my little son and my little daughter when they're a bit older, and I'll show them it, you know what I mean? So they're too young now to know, so I just want to soak it all in and enjoy it, and just be, remember, like, I came from a little chubby fat kid overweight kid with ADHD growing up. I was bullied terribly, and I picked up martial arts just to get more confidence. And then I started in little school halls. Like I was fighting in little tiny halls, and then throughout my whole life, and it's amazing to see. Like, look where I got because I stuck at it. Like.
Yeah, Ross, I just want to say, like, it's great now. Dean's going to be making his debut. Ian Gary obviously won over the weekend at UFC 273. Like, Conor McGregor's going to be back soon. Obviously, if you haven't heard of him, then I don't know what you're doing watching this show. But, like, the way myself and Ross have been promoting Irish MMA for the last 6 years, and now we're part of the UFC family as well. Like, it's just the scene's absolutely blown up, Ross, Irish MMA, isn't it?
Yeah, it really, really is. I think from the amateurs all the way up to the pros, it's making a big splash. And Cage Warriors seem to be all in on the Irish talent as well. So we had all the Irish win there at the last Cage Warriors. James Sheen, Caelan Loughran, the two Shelleys. So long may it continue. Cage Warriors Belfast will be a huge show as well. So really looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to seeing Dean finally get in there and, finally get a chance to show the best version of Dean Barry we've seen. One thing I am very interested in, Dean, is obviously this fight's at 170. I think you're walking around at 172, 173, 174 maybe. What weight class are you looking to have your next fight in? Will you go all the way down to featherweight? Will you maybe do a lightweight fight in between? Or will you see what sort of matchups they want to give you at both weight classes?
To be honest, I personally want to go to featherweight because I'm gonna take on a proper nutritionist and everything after this fight, and because I make 55 and I'm kind of eating crap right up until fight week, so I want to be out. I want to I make the weight fairly handy, like weight cut's never easy, but like I'm not disciplined on diets or anything like that, like not the slightest. So I know I can get to featherweight. You know what I mean? So like I think my style right now would match up with a lot of good featherweights. I think in 55, I think there's a very wrestling heavy style in there, and they're huge. Like the guys are huge at 55 in the UFC. Like I'm not that big, so I think it'll suit me and my speed and all that at featherweight. So
yeah, I think I like some of the matchups when you think of the top division. Your Max Holloway's, your Yair Rodriguez, Korean Zombie, so on and so forth. I mean, there's a lot more top of the range stand-up fighters at 145, and that would definitely suit your style a lot better.
Yeah, and I think
you don't want someone like Islam trying to what's it called, sniff your jocks for the the 20 minutes.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. That's why you need to be careful with these. Like I know, like self praise is no praise. You know what I mean? So I'm not one to ever go, oh, I'm the best, and like blah blah. But I definitely believe I have a very very good striking background, and I think that I can match anybody on the feet. And I think I'll be a very difficult puzzle for anybody, because there's, other than Wonder Boy, there's no one in the UFC that moves like me or fights like me. We're very similar, so I think I'm gonna bring them sort of fights. Like that's what people can expect. It's that kind of, you know yourself, when you see Wonder Boy in a fight card, you get so excited because it's just such a unique style, and it's real, like it's so nice to watch, and that's the same style that I bring. So I hope to be that man who just brings exciting fights and represents my country well. So that's it.
Yeah, we're also going to be doing, for the people tuning in now, we're doing an exclusive part on UC Fight Pass as well, which is going to be out in the build up to the fight. But like Dean, you're going to be fighting on the April 23rd. You're going to be opening up the card for people that were worried about the Tyson Fury fight. You'll be on straight after that. I'm sure the whole country will be tuned in as well. Myself and Ross already have the last party tuned. We're already we have a party night out to to support you as well. We're going to be watching and promoting you all week as well. But Dean, like, what to the fans tuning in now? I mean, you've gone through a lot of hardship. Like, finally, your dream is about to be like of fighting in the UFC is about to come true. Can you tell the fans like what way you're going to get the job done against Mike Jackson on the 23rd of April, live on UFC Fight Pass at UFC Vegas 52?
I'm going to go out and I'm going to just slowly chop him up with my legs, and I'm just going to, I'd say I'll have him knocked out within 3 minutes. That's what I just have, this weird feeling like I'm just going to get it done within 3 minutes. I reckon it's going to be a head kick knockout because he lifts his head very high. So I'm going to go out there and just do what I always do and just load of feints, load of shots from every different angle, and I'm just going to keep him on the back foot and just light him up.
Do you think he's coming in shooting for takedowns from the get-go?
Yeah, he's too long and lanky and slow. He won't be able to shoot on me. Like I'm very awkward to take down. Like very awkward. So he won't be getting near me. I won't let him touch me. Like if he tries to shoot, he's going to come into like a flying knee or a side kick in the lips.
There we have it, Bosno. Sounds like we're in for a spectacular knockout, and we expect nothing less. Dean, thanks a million for joining us on today's show. Really appreciate it. As Baz said, we have a UFC Fight Pass exclusive coming up with yourself as well. Is there anyone you need to shout out before we go?
No, that's good.
Coola Boola. Well, guys, thanks a million for watching this episode of The Energized Show. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more Energized shows. And as always, stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.